So today I'm off to a place called Sefton Park in Liverpool. Now you've read the title of the video, so you know what's coming next. Now this video is spawned from a comment from Mersey Dave 1, so thank you very much for that, and apologies I got mixed up originally. I thought it was in the allotments opposite, but no, it is in the car park of the sports centre, 3/4 of the way down Greenbank Lane. So it's an Anderson shelter, a World War II air raid shelter. If you don't know what an Anderson shelter is, this little intro will explain everything.
Everyone with the space in their backyard was encouraged to build a shelter, and the most common design was the Anderson shelter, which the government provided free to all households who earned less than £250 a year, and those with a higher income were charged £7. Made from 6 curved sheets bolted together at the top, with corrugated steel plates at either end, and measuring 1.95 metres by 1.35 metres, the shelter, half buried in the ground, with earth heaped on top, could accommodate 6 people, and people were strongly encouraged to use them.
Make use of them and don't leave them until you really know it's all clear.
It was hard to disguise the main drawback of the Anderson shelter, which was that nobody liked them. They were small, and a family was cramped and uncomfortable, cold, are more than likely to let in rain and puddle up with groundwater. As the war went on, people became habituated, as people do, to the new norm, and the shelters fell into disrepair and into disuse. The Anderson shelter's lack of comfort and warmth made dragging oneself out of a warm bed when the siren went off an unattractive proposition, and many survivors of the Blitz admit to thinking that if the Germans were going to get them, they'd rather be dry and warm.
Right, so here we are at the bottom of Greenbank Lane, and today, who is joining me? It's Mr. Pottymouth himself, Mr. Keys. Let's see how many times you swear in this video.
Okay, we'll see now.
Okay.
Let's see how many times you say
Yeah, what? Right, so we're just coming up to the sports centre now. What's it called? It's something called a wheelbarrow as well. Is it a school as well? Right, so there's some cottages next to this, which we'll show you in a minute, which I think is linked to this Anderson shelter, this World War II shelter. So here it is. And just here, let's have a little look at it. And there we have it, World War II Anderson shelter, or air raid shelter if you want to call it that.
Is it massive?
It's not massive, but it's decent. You know. Just have a little walk around it. So this one is, it's like concrete sections that have been put in rather than corrugated. Steel reinforced as well. And then whatever that is at the end. Some etching on it there as well. So we think that this is for the cottages, which are like early 1900s next door. It's for a family, isn't it? Family of 5 or 6. We'll have a little door on it as well, look. Hinges there. Let's get in. Come on, get in. Out the way. There we go. I know.
So I wonder if that was an escape hatch for both ends. If one end was blocked, you could get out the other end.
Possibly, I don't know.
Yeah, so you're down there for dancing, you know. You always get it with me. Look for recipe, don't you?
So yeah, usually, as seen in the intro there, they are made from like corrugated steel, and this one, it's like concrete, and then it's reinforced with steel. So It's been here for, well, obviously since the war, but I should imagine at some point as well that it may have been filled in, because my foot has gone through there. So I think at some point it's all been filled in.
Quietly tucked away.
Mad, isn't it?
The George inside.
My foot's just gone through a hole there, you know, look.
It seemed a little bit dodgy, that's why I wrote that as well.
I wonder if there's anything in here, like World War II related. There's a tin there.
You know how many times you go past this?
I know. Right, so the name of these shelters was from a guy called John Anderson, and he was appointed during the war, or just before the war, like air raid precaution officer or something like that. And that's where the name Anderson Shelter comes from. There's other shelters as well. There was one where you had in the house and you could actually use it as a coffee table, and then you can get under it when the bombs were dropping. So yeah, there was quite a few of them. I think the main one was the Anderson Shelter, but this one is pretty cool because it's like reinforced. Can it take a direct hit? I don't know. Possibly not. Right, let's pretend we're a family and get in.
You made it deep enough, then erected the steel on it, and you took down there what furniture you had. In our case, it was just deck chairs, a couple of deck chairs for the parents, and that was it.
The virtues of the Anderson Shelter were often loudly proclaimed in the media.
And now another word or two in praise of the Anderson Steel Shelter. And you'll have noticed the point of this picture already. A bomb has fallen, a house has collapsed, but the Anderson Shelter, a few yards away, protected its occupants. All were safe.
I'm a bit wary about going into a dark space with you, George.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Is it safe?
What's all these holes though? Like there's that there, and then there's...
It's gotta be, it might be just something like that.
Obviously it snapped together, because look, there's
It's that's from a cover over it.
there's the join there, look. And there's the thing on top there.
Yeah,
so
it has to be covered the front and
it
the door.
did snap together,
It's
like.
like a door. But these, do you know what?
Let's just pretend, right, the bombs are dropping, right? Eric, have you got Vera Lynn's best hits there?
There'll be blue.
Yeah. Right.
I reckon this goes together like a Lego set.
I know, it does look.
Look at it. That's cool, that, isn't it?
Just snaps in and probably bolts in. There's some bolts at the top there.
Yeah.
And there. But would it take a direct hit?
No. Yeah, you'd just be dead.
Because obviously, like, you know, as mentioned in the intro, they're not designed to take a direct hit. But if your house was to fall on top of it, you could easily survive. But this is
Yeah, I'd see.
it's concrete reinforced, but I don't know.
There you go.
It'd be interesting to see how far it goes down. Because
I reckon easily two families, two adults.
Well,
Four adults, four kids.
They were
Four adults,
dug.
four kids.
They were dug down, weren't they? So at some point, I think this has been filled in. So there should have probably been some steps here going down. The only thing with these as well is they were quite prone to flooding because there was no drainage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all there.
Four adults, four kids in this, mate. Easy.
Do you reckon?
Or two adults, one kid, and Grandpa Joe.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a thing that's just sitting here doing nothing.
I know. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to take a little walk up Greenbank, and we're going to show you these cottages next to it, which I think this back in the day belonged to these cottages. Right, now this is called Westfield Cottage. I think nowadays it's just one cottage or one house. It did used to be two. So there's the cottages, and then there's the air raid Anderson shelter there. So possibly, quite possibly, it could have been connected to that at some point. So there we go, a nice little Anderson shelter, air raid shelter, bottom of Greenbank Lane. Many thanks to Dave1 for the information regarding that. Now these Anderson shelters, there is quite a lot left in Britain. When the war ended, people just left them in the garden and like neither made sheds out of them or just little features. So there is quite a lot left. It's just that that one is just left just out in the open. Was it to do with the cottages? Does anyone know any information about that? If you do, please drop a comment below. And on that note, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.